Hello and greetings this morning. Now, I have a little story time, and I'm going to try my best to tell it. I'm kind of in pain right now. I have a toothache, but I'm going to just try to get through this. So, a long time ago, when my baby daddy and I first met at the Bush Airport, um, I I don't really get it. Like, back then, how he thought he was just the shit. He really thought he was all that and a bag of chips, and he wasn't. And he really felt that way because he was going around telling me and every other female that he liked the size of his wiener. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. And he chased after me for a little while because at first I wasn't paying him any attention. He was kind of a rebound because I was still stuck on another dude who worked at the Bush Airport who I was still in love with. But that dude broke up with me over the phone. And I've made story times about him before. His name is Tim. He's the same dude who I said that and this is so true about him. I went home. I linked up with him and went home with him. And I thought just because he was 6'2" that he was gonna have something to work with. I thought he had an anaconda, but come to find out, once we got to that dude's house and once he dropped his drawers, that nigga had a Vienna sausage. A Vienna sausage. Y'all know what Vienna sausages look like. That's what it did. That's the honest truth. I ain't even trying to be funny, but it just didn't make no sense to me that he was 6'2" or 6'3". He real tall, and his package was very small. I was so disappointed, and I really wanted to tell him I didn't feel well. I didn't feel well, and I thought about giving him a lame excuse like my mom used to tell me back in the day. Anytime you go out on a date with a dude and he don't want to pay for your meal, you know, make up an excuse and tell him that your stomach hurt and you're cramping so he can take you back home. But that's not what this story time is about. The thing is, I broke up. Me and old boy broke up, and he broke up with me over the phone because, like I said, he started seeing another coworker. I was also his coworker, but he started seeing another coworker, and he started seeing her, so he broke up with me over the phone. I've already told the story of how, that happened. I don't want to go into that anymore. So this is about my baby daddy. So once me and my baby daddy met, and like I said, he chased me. At the time, I was friends with this old woman who worked at the Bush Airport with me, who worked for the same company. We was both working for the same janitorial company, GCA Services. He was too. He was working for the same company as well. But this old lady who I was friends with used to always tell me, "Don't talk to him. Girl, you shouldn't be talking to him. He don't want nothing but sex." Any dude that would come up to me and ask me for my number, because it was a lot of them, a lot of dudes, not just my baby daddy. It was a whole lot of dudes, and 10 dudes at a time, every day on the job, just coming up to me asking me for my number. And she would always be trying to like cock block and tell me, don't talk to them. And I didn't understand why she was doing that, because she couldn't have been trying to play no mother figure to me. Because come to find out, she was also after my baby daddy. But that's another story time that I need to get into. I might tell that one tomorrow. This old lady who I was friends with on the job. So, my baby daddy and me worked on the same shift. We both worked the graveyard shift from 9 p.m. at night all the way to 7 o'clock in the morning. And I started anytime it was this bus that used to pick people up, or pick residents up, or whatever, who pick people up, whoever worked at the Bush Airport. The bus called the 102, the 102 bus. But every morning after work and stuff, I would always get off the bus at his stop. When he would get off, we would both get off at his stop. And everybody knew that me and him were a thing. That he and I were a thing. That he and I was dating. Now that we had our first date at IHOP breakfast restaurant. But anyway, it was these two girls. It was these two females, okay? And I didn't understand, like, what was their problem? Maybe because, at the time, my baby daddy was very hoish. Before he got with me, he was trying to talk to a lot of females. And he probably had tried to talk to them too. But then he goes to tell me that, he told me one day that these two females who worked on the same shift with me for the same company was always coming up to him when he would be at the bus stop by himself, asking him why he chose me. I don't ever wear any makeup. My hair not never done. I'm really ugly, and I'm like, if these two females who always was trying to be my friend, and they friends with you, whatever, you probably smashed them as well, but why is they going behind my back talking about me to you, and what did you say to defend me? And he was like, I just told them, you my lady, and just because they think you ugly, that don't mean I think that you're ugly. And then I told them, eventually I will make you go get your hair done, go get your nails done, and your toes done, so that they can stop talking about you. I'm like, I looked at him real crazy. I'm like, I told him, I don't think I like your response. Because if me and you are dating, we're together, and they come up to you and because they see you by yourself and ask you why you chose me, and supposedly telling you that what's wrong with me and stuff. Your response should have been something better than that. He's like, well, damn, I did speak up for you. I say, no, the fuck you didn't. And I'm like, who did you lay up with these females before you got with me? What's really up? Because they always staring at me and you every single day that we're sitting together on the 102 bus. What's going on? He's like, now they always try to get at me. They try to get at me before I got with you, and now that I'm with you, they really be trying to get at me, trying to ask. They trying to throw themselves at me. And I'm like, I told him eventually I will find out the truth and I will put it together. But I don't appreciate you telling me your response to them, because it was guys who worked on the same shift with us, who was friends with him, but every time he missed work, they would come up to me and ask me if I had low self-esteem and why would I choose somebody as ugly as him, because he's a hoe and he's always in some female face whenever I don't show up at work. And I said, I told him, whenever they talking about you, I always defend you, which I did. I told these dudes, I'm like, that's my man. He's not ugly to me. And everything y'all saying to me, I know you probably wouldn't say it to his face. But he's like, okay, well, they are fake friends then. Thank you for speaking up for me. I'm like, you're not welcome because you didn't speak up for me. He's like, well, you ain't got to come over my house after work since you feel like that. I'm like, I don't. I just feel like you wrong because you're supposed to be my dude, and you sitting up here. You're not doing a very good job of representing yourself as my boyfriend. That's the point I'm trying to make. But yeah, come to find out, one of the girls who was telling him behind my back why he chose me and why I never get my hair done, why I never get my nails done and stuff. She had actually tried to get with him, and it was a skinny chick and it was a fat chick. And they was best friends, but yeah, but come to find out, he gonna ask me as soon as me and him got paid one Friday. He's like, you a beautiful woman. That's why I chose you. But could you go and go get your nails and your toes done, please, for me? I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, you been talking about me to people. That's why you saying this. And like, nah, it's because outside of work, I don't never see you fix yourself up. I'm like, I didn't fix myself up when I came with you to your house the first time, so me and you can be smashing. You didn't have nothing to say about my hair not being done, my nails and toes not being done then, because you was too busy eating the pie. But now all of a sudden you want me to go get my nails done, get my hair done, get my toes done, get my face, my makeup done and all that for you, so that you can prove to those two hoes that you got me to go do those things. Like, fuck you and fuck them. So I was just so hurt. I was so hurt. Like, and my baby daddy has done and said a bunch of trifling things to me. in the past. But that was the very first thing that he had ever done to hurt me. And this was before I knew I was pregnant with our daughter. And he was sitting up there conversating with these two females that was trying to get with him while we were together. But this is the end of the story time. And I'm not feeling too well. I still have a toothache. I'm about to take me a Tylenol and I'm about to lay down. I hope y'all enjoyed this content, and until then, y'all stay blessed.